Uh-oh, look at this. You're here and I'm pleased because I sure did miss your company. Welcome to the Just Saying podcast with me, Danny. I want to start this episode because we getting professional out here. We need to start this episode off by saying that this is all alleged. I don't know if any of this is actually true. All I know is that the internet said it. I'm not claiming to say that I know it is true. And I'm just going based off of the internet and what I've seen on there. So this is all allegedly. We're going to cover it at the beginning. Allegedly, these things have happened. Because until somebody show me, I don't even know. Just saying. I don't feel like I really watched anything interesting on TV this week. People told me about some documentaries, and then I went back and I started watching Everybody Loves Raymond. Funny show. Sometimes I just need, something to take my mind off of anything else. So that's what I was watching. But I don't really remember watching anything good. I finished Hijack, the one I told you I was watching with Idris Elba. If you have an Apple subscription or you know somebody who has an Apple TV subscription, get on it because it was a really good show. I also did finish The Crowded Room. Get on it because it was a really good show. Oh, y'all know what I did watch on Netflix? Uba. Girl, I can't remember her name. The woman who played Crazy Eyes on Orange is the New Black. She has starred in a show called Painkillers on Netflix. This was all about the Oxycontin, the opioid outbreak, and how that started and what happened with that. I did watch it. The reason why I really wasn't one of the things about that show or any show like it, because there was another show that came out not too long ago that was also about the opioid situation, is just that every time they do it, they try to humanize the victims of the oxy pandemic. Meanwhile, they demonize any victims of the crack epidemic. Was it an epidemic? The epidemic. Because those people in the oxy one are, there are a lot more white people in that one, and then there's a lot more black people in the crack one. So it's, when I was watching this show, at the beginning of every episode, there was like a parent, and they were showing a picture of their child that passed away from oxy, and it was just kind of like, they just, this is my child and they were a good person. But I've never seen anybody ever be able to do that about the crack pandemic, to be able to show a picture of their child and just say, like, this was my child, before they got to this drug that the government brought into our neighborhood. Like, it's never been the same thing. And the government did that to our people, whereas, some greedy billionaires did it to their people, and nobody, it just kind of makes me upset when I see these white people get to be humanized for it. Now, what I do understand is that there are a lot of people who did not set out to take drugs at all, where somebody like, I know my dad was on drugs my whole entire life, and maybe not the first 3 years of my life. Maybe not the first 3 years of my life, but who knows? I know that when my dad started to use drugs, his intent was to use drugs. He wasn't fooled into it. Whereas I do know that there are a lot of people who literally just had pain, injuries, and went to their doctor and was prescribed this medicine that was highly addictive because it's literally just heroin. But at the same time, I still feel like there's not a humanizing of people. It's always just these low life people, and my dad wasn't a low life person. My dad was in the military, and he came home from the military, and boom, here's crack. Next thing you know, everybody's, high, and I have a terrible father. But we're not going to get into it. The show is called Painkillers. If you want to watch it, if you're interested in what happened, because I will tell you that although I don't like how they humanized one group of people, what those people who started the company and decided to push the oxys, what they did was next level demon time. It was next level demon time, seriously. And the fact that because they've given money to the government, they get off. Just watch the show if you want to. Like, if you want to see it, just watch the show. I thought it's a okay watch. I may be basing it off of the fact that I already knew the story, and you know, I really didn't have maybe sympathy for the people because but I also, like I said, I also already knew the story. So because I already knew the story, it's just kind of like, I know these people ain't going to get off these drugs, whatever. But it is worth a watch if you don't know the story. And also if you want to support this Black woman in a starring role in this series. It's a limited series. There's no reason for there to be a second season, but there is that. I've also been watching Your Honor. I think I mentioned that in one of the previous episodes that I know that there was a time when when we really let Candy from Escape and Housewives of Atlanta, we let her run with this tagline that said that she knew how to turn a shade tree into a money tree. And for a while, I was like, Candy really will do, like, she know how to flip a situation to make some money, and that was cool to me. But we're not giving enough credit to Keke Palmer. Keke Palmer has always been able to flip it when, and she has been in the game for so long, you guys, that it just doesn't make sense that she doesn't get the credit for as much as she's done. I mean, she was a child star. She was a child actress. She was a TV host at one point. She had her own talk show at one point. She has a podcast now. She had her own sitcom. Didn't she have her own sitcom like on Disney or something? She dances, she sings, she's put out album after album. I believe she was on, like, even if not a tour, a mini tour of her own this summer. She's done so much. She has transformed herself over the years to become a beautiful grown woman that we have not seen her in a bunch of mess. And she always speaks what seems to be honestly whenever she is outside. Like, she seems to be genuinely her. And I think that the Tiffany Haddish, I'm a real Black woman, regular everyday Joe Schmo, overshadowed the Keke Palmer, I'm a real Black woman, because we don't want to really call her a regular everyday because she's been in the industry so long. But Keke Palmer, you all, if y'all go back and look at the list of things that she done, she ain't just Tequila and the Bee. She has done a bunch of stuff, and everything that she does is at best, I mean, at least decent. Okay, I don't really know of anything that she's done that I was like, this is horrible. I really don't. And Keke Palmer was the one who came out and uncovered some of the truth about Trey Songz. And when she did, everybody went off on her. That they could not believe that Trey Songz was that kind of person. And why would Trey Songz need to do? And Keke Palmer was saying, like, listen, he made me uncomfortable and I hid in a closet because he did some, he was coming at me in a way that I didn't feel respected. People went after her hard. Then when all these other, lighter women came out and started saying these things, and then all these allegations against him start coming up, nobody was like, oh, Keke Palmer was right. Like, it was a very few people, but it wasn't the same amount of people who jumped on her to say that, how dare you try to put down a black man. It wasn't that, okay? They did not stand beside her when she was saying that this thing was done to me. So now, we had the situation a couple of weeks ago when Keke Palmer went to the Usher concert, and um, Usher pulled her up to sing to her, which he does every night to a celebrity. He typically chooses a celebrity and then pulls her up. And before I go on to this, I want to say that because he does this, there was a quick moment when it was like, take your girl there and dare her to stand up and be in Usher's face smiling, and that was disrespectful to that man and his show. That's part of the show. And if your ego can't handle part of the show, then don't go. Let these ladies go and have a time. Ain't nobody, and I think that what the problem was so many people were so afraid that she actually had the access and the ability to actually be able to sleep with Usher, that they felt like it was disrespectful for her to smile in his face. And it's like, child, if she want to sleep with Usher, she gonna sleep with Usher, and the song ain't gonna do it because she already know who he is. But anyway, after that situation, her child's father, her boyfriend at the time, I believe, we're not even really sure if they was together, but her boyfriend at the time, he put out a tweet that said that he can't believe she dressed like that. She's a mother. And then the internet went crazy. We talked about it here, where we're just like, she is not. Yes, she is a mother. She is not in the house. She don't need to be in the house. And there was a lot of understanding of what people really felt about how people are supposed to present for the public, for us. Because there's so many women that I know who are like, forget that, like, F these kids. Like, F these kids is supposed to be a whole motto. It's supposed to be a whole mantra, F these kids. But then when you see a person who is just like, I'm not thinking about my child right now. I am an adult woman and I'm out with my friends and this is how I'm acting. And it's like, oh, well, you were supposed to think about your mother. Well, what about F these kids you were talking about last week? Okay. And so, that whole situation happened. I'm not going to get too deep into it, but what I love now is that Keke Palmer has changed that narrative, and she is now in a video. Usher put out a song. Video came out yesterday, called Boyfriend. And it is the video stars Keke Palmer, and she is playing Usher. She's not his girlfriend in this video. She is actually playing Usher. In one of the captions under one of the posts about it, she was saying that when she was growing up, she admired Usher. She wanted to be like him. And so she was thankful that he let her be him in his video. It's a really nice video. Usher, for me, 90% of the time, 95% of the time, Usher is a hit. So I love the song. I love the video. I don't know if love is, I really like the song. I think the video is really clever. It is a really clever video. And so I just, and at the very end of the video, she wakes up, Keke Palmer wakes up from her sleep, gets a call on the phone, finds out, says that she missed the show and said, I was asleep, I was so tired, and then says, after all, I am a mother. And I just loved it. I love that she didn't address it in any other way. From what I understand, they are broken up. And there just was no other way that they could have done that. I understand that he has said, the child's father has said that we're co-parenting and that's cool. And I think that a lot of people really wanted her to be wife presenting to a man who is not her husband. And we need to stop. We need to really realize how that looks. I think that Keke Palmer is a great example of behaving as though you are single until you are married, and understanding that I don't have to sign up for marriage before I am married if your intent, especially if your intent is not to be married. We don't know if Keke Palmer even wants to be a wife. But why should she act like one if she ain't one? I want to be let's say I want to be a doctor. That don't mean I could go around just opening people up and prescribing pills because I feel like it right now because I want to be one. You don't do that. And when it comes to marriage, a lot of y'all really go with this whole plan of fake it till you make it, and y'all really should stop faking it. Y'all should make them make it official. Make it official. We ain't getting no younger, baby. And I'm ready to be with you. Shout out to Lil Mo. She sang on a whole bunch of stuff, and people really don't be giving her credit. I think every now and then it does come out that Lil Mo gets a little credit for how much she's contributed to hip hop. But I think that, she deserves a star or a Hall of Fame or something. I don't know. But yes, you guys, y'all signing up too early for the marriage life, and y'all ain't getting no ring. And then y'all fight for another bunch of years because you want this commitment that you ain't going to get because you done already told them that you would do all the stuff right now. Now, if you're a person who knows you don't want to be married, you don't want that paper, you don't want that type of commitment, and you decide to sign on for that, that's fine. But some of y'all be in there lying like, oh, I'm just ready to just do whatever you want to do and this, but you really want to be married. And you know that person don't want to be married, but you keep on auditioning for a role that is not available. When y'all should be out here being Keke Palmer out here being like, listen, that's my boyfriend, that's my baby daddy. He over there doing what he do. I be over here at Usher concerts. And everybody need to calm down. But if you come up on the internet and try to make me look crazy, then we no longer together because that's just how that works. And I love it. Check out the video, y'all. Check out Usher's video, Boyfriend. And shout out to the fact that I love that there's that little bit of petty with Usher too, because we ain't know Usher was petty like that. And I love it. I mean, the line say something like, I heard your boyfriend was looking for me. And I'm like, Usher, I'm loving this for your older age. I'm loving this for your older age. Because this is already after they done tried to say that Chris Brown and his people beat him up. And he was just like, let me show y'all my face. Not beat up, clearly. Still out here. Then this is why I want to go to the Usher concert, the Usher residency. People don't want me to go. And part of me is a little bit afraid because of the summer COVID outbreak, but we'll see. I'd love to go. If anybody want to contribute to my go see Usher, I'll be sitting in the back. He ain't gonna be pulling me up close. I don't have that kind of money, but I would like to sit in the back somewhere and wear something a little bit cute. Ain't nobody even, and there ain't even nobody worried. Y'all should want me to go. Ain't even nobody worried about what I wear. And am I a mother? Times five at least. And but they all grown, so I could be out here and wear whatever I want. So like, don't y'all think I should go to this residency concert in Vegas? He just added a couple more shows, so it's running through December. So if you want to go, it is in Vegas. The residency is in Vegas and it is running through December. So check it out if you want to get something. But shout out to Keke for um turning this thing around in her favor. Even though I feel like for me it was always in her favor. But making a look and letting people know, y'all can talk about me all you want. I'ma be me and I'ma do me, and the internet don't phase how I move. Well, they said Tyler Perry didn't get BET. I don't know if we discussed it here, but a couple of people were vying for BET. I guess it was up for sale for a while, and from what I remember, it was Diddy, Byron Allen, and Tyler Perry. Seemed like for a minute Tyler Perry was in the front run. He was like the front runner to get BET, but at the end of the day, BET said that Tyler Perry didn't offer enough. The bid wasn't high enough. I guess BET had an imaginary goal that they didn't tell anybody else that they were willing to take, and nobody offered that much money to get it. I also assume that these gentlemen could not or would not come together to put their money together to buy this station, because from what I understand, BET is not owned by any black people at the moment. It's owned by some kind of conglomerate or something, but I guess people were trying to get it back into the hands of black people, because ever since it's sold, BET really done went down a lot. There was all that scandal with that woman. I don't remember her name. The woman who was like the owner of BET or something like that. I don't know. Y'all go look it up. Y'all asking me to know too much. Y'all asking me to know too much. There was like the woman. Remember the black woman? She was the face of BET for a long time. Apparently she was having some kind of affair with the person who previously held her position, and so that scandal came about, and she was no longer an employee of BET, whatever her position was. And then I don't know where it went to after that, but it ended up in the hands of it ended up in the hands of Viacom or something. I don't know, y'all. All I know is that BET, y'all want me to tell y'all too much. I'm not, y'all don't pay me to do all this research. It ended up in the hands of non-black people, and supposedly there was a sale, or it was up for sale, or considering selling the station. Tyler Perry was a front runner, like I said, and he did not get it. I don't believe that. One, I did not want Tyler Perry to get it. If you've been riding here for a while, you know how I feel about Tyler Perry. But I didn't want Tyler Perry to get it because I felt like it would just become the Tyler Perry station. Almost like TBS is, well, not almost like TBS is almost the Tyler Perry station. I believe that if Tyler Perry had gotten the station, it would have been all Tyler Perry all the time. Don't ask about any other shows. Nobody else allowed to write anything. That was my fear. My fear was that it was just going to be a bunch of Tyler Perry stuff, and then sprinkle in some church stuff, and then that would have been it. And I don't want to see that. I don't know if I watch much of anything on BET right now, but I don't want to see that. I know on BET Plus there's the Miss Pat show. I can't see Tyler Perry leaving the Miss Pat show on there. I don't know if they have any new seasons. Didn't check, but I did support her as a black woman. And I just don't feel like those type of shows would have stayed on BET, because BET Plus is almost a Tyler Perry thing now. That's why I don't really watch BET Plus. Because y'all should, if you don't know, I'm sure if you could go back in any of the episodes that mention Tyler Perry, you'll know how I feel about Tyler Perry. But I'm still confused as to why, these 3 black men didn't put their money together to, just make sure that it is black owned. But I guess that was not an option. So BT back to where it was, and we waiting for more fights on College Hill, I guess. I don't know really what else is going on. And the last thing I knew about BT, like I said, was Miss Pat's show and College Hill. The first College Hill, I believe it was the first one, had Big Frida on it, and I watched that one, and I know Ray J was on that one, Big Frida was on that one. At the moment, I can't remember any other names. There were some social media girls, some internet, famous social media girls, but I didn't really know some of the people, but I was entertained by their stories and why they wanted to, try to learn something in a college setting and all of that. This last one with the Jocelyn Hernandez, the Puerto Rican princess, and Amber Rose, I'm not really never sure about that woman. I wasn't interested. I'm never really interested in anything where Jocelyn Hernandez the Puerto Rican princess. Wherever she show up, I'm never really interested because I know it's nothing but a disaster to follow. And that's what happened on that show as well. It was a disaster to follow. What I remember about that show was that, there was a fight between her and Amber Rose, and her not, wanting Amber Rose to acknowledge her whiteness, but we always hear JusSayin acknowledging her Puerto Rican side, so I don't understand. She says she Puerto Rican and black. Amber says she black and white. I don't understand why one is allowed to acknowledge both sides of their culture and the other one is not allowed to acknowledge both sides of their culture. I'm not sure. I don't want to get into it today. If you want to send me an email, you want to discuss it, fine. If y'all want to have a real talk, we could talk about it on Patreon, but I'm not going to talk about it here because the care level just ain't high enough. To be honest with you, the care level just ain't high enough. And I happen to be friends with Amber Rose's baby daddy's aunt. Amber Rose used to be at least in a relationship with, I can't remember if they were married, with Wiz Khalifa. Wiz Khalifa is from the city that I'm from, and I was very good friends in elementary and middle school of Wiz Khalifa's aunt. First aunt, babysat all of that type of stuff. I used to be her friend. And we then reconnected a small bit of friendship after high school as adults. But I don't ask her anything about any of that celebrity stuff that's going on. She was his road manager for a while, and we spoke all through the time that she was his road manager, but I never asked about that because in my mind, I'm a celebrity too. We should be asking about me. Okay? I don't be doing nothing. But in my mind, I'll always be your lady. In my mind, I'll always be your girl. That's, and Heather Headley. Do y'all know Heather Headley? Don't worry about it. That's where I got that song from. The tempo probably don't even go like that, but that's how I sang it, so you're going to have to just take it. Anyway, Tyler Perry, we're going to bring it all back around. Tyler Perry wanted BET. They said no, and that's where we at with it now. Y'all, Florida. I've never been to Florida. I know you you never been to Disney? No, I've never been to Disney. When I was younger, my family wasn't trying to take me to Disney. My children have been to Disney, but not with me. And I have never been on a cruise, so I never had to go to Florida to dock or board, whatever, how you get on there to board the ship. And and I've never been to welcome to Miami, yo, Masita, Miami. I don't even remember how the words go. But I've never been to Miami, any of that stuff. So I never been to Florida. And then, when this DeSantis dude got up in there and started acting a plum fool, I did have an opportunity to go, and then I was just I don't know if I'm trying to give Florida my money like that right now. I'm a little bit of a stickler when it comes to things like this. And I don't want to say too strict on it, because if somebody buy me a ticket, I might just go, I'm just saying, because, when opportunity arrives. But on my own, once again, that's all the petty you gonna get out of me. But on my own, no, I don't think that I would just jump up and be in Florida. But anyway, this ain't about me. This is about this story that I heard, and I was just like, what the hell? So this story is about a man who shot his baby mama at a Home Depot. Okay, and that story bad enough. Have y'all seen this story on the internet? I saw it on Instagram because that's where I live most of the time. And I saw the story where it said this man shot his baby mama at the Home Depot. And I was like, what the hell? Well, then it came out that his mom helped him commit this crime, y'all. So let me tell y'all. Mans gets upset because of his claim that he was told by the clinic that he had an STD, and he was convinced that his baby mama gave it to him. Okay, gave him this STD. So he texts his mom talking about he fed up with this, he can't stand that girl, you know. She like, well, what you gonna do about it? He tell her, I'm shooting her today. That's it. Like, I'm done. And I just said, you know, when I was in my late teens, early 20s, I remember one time I thought maybe I might have had an STD. Y'all be in my business way too much. Let me tell you that. Y'all be in my business way too much. But when I thought that I might have, and I had to go get myself checked out, I didn't. But I thought that I might have. Because of somebody calling me and telling me, you know, back in the day, a girl could call you and be like, yeah, you might want to go down there because your man's is dirty. And you just be like, let me go because he did cheat on me a couple of times. She might be right again. Now, like I said, I didn't have nothing, but back then, you know, you just went on down to the place because a person called you and said, go down there. But when I did get the call, my next thought wasn't that I should probably, like, take somebody's life. I was just kind of like, why am I with this dude? Like, that's all I was thinking. Like, why am I with this dude? But not this young man. This young man said, I'm sick of it. And she got to go. So the mom, what you think she said? She ain't say that. You thought she said, boy, if you don't sit down somewhere. No, that's not what she said. She said, well, what time you trying to do it? I'll call you and let you know when we on our way home. Like, sis was giving him all kind of information. Then she started telling him, you know, like, don't shoot me. And he's talking about, you know, I'm just going to drag her out the car. But if I tell you to move, then you need to move. And the mom like, well, don't shoot my car. And I'm steady reading. It's like, wait, because as the mother, ain't you taking him down the wrong road? At one point, he said he coming and she said, don't tell Nanny, who I'm believing is the grandma. So she the mom. I believe that he's over there with the grandma. And then he say, no, I'm just going to tell her that I'm about to go to see the dentist. And the mom say, don't tell her nothing. She ain't going to know where you going if you just go ahead on and leave. What? Mom actually said, don't tell Nanny because she going to try to talk you out of it. And in my mind, I was thinking, what kind of family structure do we have where you, mom, thought that your son was also going to tell the grandma that he was about to go take somebody's life, and then the grandma just going to be like, no, don't do it. And then you as a mom would have to call him and be like, see, this is why I told you, stop telling your grandma that you about to take people's lives, because now I got to talk you into it more. Like, what is it? What is it? What is the family structure here? Okay. And so, because, and this is where this story gets deeper, because the mom and the baby mama work together. Okay. They work a temp job where they work for a company that hires them to go to different places. And at this time, they were doing inventory for Home Depot. So they weren't actually Home Depot employees. They just worked at Home Depot. Okay. Baby mama was driven in by mom. Like, that's how that worked. So since they work together, mom, while she's texting the son, she says, like, since you ain't really got nothing to do, you might as well just come up here and do it instead of doing it in front of your daughter. And that's when I really, like, there's so many times my mind was like, what? Because I'm like, wait, so first of all, don't tell grandma that you gonna do it, because she gonna try to talk you out of it, and I'm not the one to do that. I'm gonna make you do this. So much so that she actually said that if you don't do it, I'm gonna call you a itch with a B. Like, that, she was like, I'm gonna call you the B word because you ain't murdering people today. Like, what is that? What is we talking about? Okay, that's first. But then secondly, she was like, that was third. That was second. Okay, first she said, don't tell grandma. Secondly, she said, if you'll do it, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna look at you bad. I'm gonna look at you bad. Thirdly, she was like, come on up here and do it because you ain't got nothing to do right now anyway. So just come on up here and do it. Fourthly, she was like, because I was okay with you doing it in front of the baby. But now that I'm thinking about it, you don't even got to do that because you could come up here and do it so that you don't really mess with the rest of my day. Because in her mind, it was like, you going to go ahead and do this. And then you either going to get away with it or you're going to go to jail. But either way, I'm going to be at home eating Talenti ice cream. Like, because that's how I feel like she felt. You know what I'm saying? Like, she wanted like some Entenmann's crumb cake. I don't know what she thought she was doing with the rest of her day. She was going to get some scratch offs and sit down somewhere while she watched the news about this and be like, man, my son crazy, right? Because at one point she was like, do what you want to do. I don't care because I ain't going to hell or jail today. Like, that's how she was talking to my man. And I was just like, this is out of control. So he say, okay, well, drop the addy so I know where to come to. And she like, all right, hold on. Because, she know where she at. But she probably had to go through some text messages from work, from her boss, her job to tell, like, to get the address so they could get the directions so that they knew how to drive to where they was going, right? And so she probably had to go back in the text messages or look in one of her direction, navigation apps, whatever she needed to do. So while she doing it, he steady texting her, just talking nonsense about, I don't care if the last thing she see is me. I don't care what she see when she did. Like, he like going and she just like, all right, like, you pestering me. Like, basically, like, I'm working. So, like, just pack up your stuff in the car and then come on up here and shoot this girl so we can get this day done with. Was how she was. And then she gave him the address, and guess what he did? He came up in there, he shot that girl, and now she's not alive. The mother of his children. And see, like, baby mamas, the man, his mom, it's gonna be some of y'all who ain't gonna like it, but that's a person that you can't trust. That's a person that you can't trust. And I have boys. And if my boys had a baby, I would 100% understand if they're, and they like weren't married, the relationship was rocky. I would understand why they would be leery of me. Because your loyalty always got to lie somewhere, right? If you don't know nothing else about me, know that I always tell people your loyalty got to lie somewhere. Everybody's loyalty got to lie somewhere. And if you look around, you'll see that people that you think is close to you, their loyalty don't lie with you. And you'll know, okay? And this mama loyalty was saying that it lies with her son, even though she's been smiling up in this girl's face. That baby probably lived with them. She probably lived with them. Because why was that mama taking you to work? Where's her mama at? We don't know. So she probably thought she could trust this woman. And this woman over here telling this boy that he need to do something, or she gonna call him some of the most negative names because he didn't shoot the girl. If you didn't like her, why you have her up in your car taking her to work with you? Like, what we doing here? Why wasn't he at work? But, okay, y'all remember Keisha Cole? Love never knew what I was missing, but I knew once we start kissing, I found. Y'all know that song. So don't be judging me. Y'all know I can't sing. I just like music. Anyway, y'all remember Keisha Cole. If y'all ever watched Keisha Cole tell the story of her life, one of the things that stuck with me was when Keisha Cole was still in the Bay Area, before becoming the Keisha Cole we know today, she was living with her boyfriend and his mama. And he was not doing her right. My man's was all over the place. They was young, though. They kids. That's where she was living. Because if y'all know the story, y'all know Frankie wasn't worth much. And Keisha was out here trying to find herself. Keisha was living with the boyfriend, and they ain't had no kids. Keisha was living with the boyfriend and his mama. One day, while the boyfriend out cheating and she crying at the house, boo hoo hoo, I can't believe that he did this to me. The mama said, girl, you gonna have to go get your life. My son ain't your forever. And you don't need to spend forever trying to figure that out. Go do something with yourself. And that's what made her go ahead and decide to go try this music thing. Because love wasn't working. Love won't let me win. I don't even know who sing that. And I don't know. But love wasn't letting her win. So she said, let me go sing about it. Okay, then I'll win. And that's what she did. But not everybody's mama gonna do that. Most kids, let me tell you, I got 5 kids. And since y'all always want to be in my business, it's 2 baby daddies. Okay? And neither one of their mamas care flip about me enough to have tried to save my life. Even though one did let me stay there a lot when my mama kicked me out. She still let her son do whatever he wanted to do. I guess she was like, girl, we doing enough by letting you live here. Because I was a kid still. She said, we doing enough by letting you live here. I ain't got time to also tell you to go get your life out here in these streets. But when I tell you my man was doing me mad dirty and she did not care. She did not care. Let's repeat it one more time. She did not care. Not enough to try to save me. And that other lady, we don't even just know that I know so many mothers of the son who will just go down with the ship. They don't care. And this mother, and what was crazy was that she was really, like, at one point, if y'all look it up, you'll see, you can read the text messages. At one point, sis said, delete all these messages because I'm not getting in trouble with you. And he was like, oh, no, it's cool. I already started deleting them. But do y'all know if y'all delete messages at least for like 30 days, they just go into a delete folder in your phone in case you want to retrieve something. You can pull it back up. Kind of like pictures. Like if you delete pictures off your phone, it's still a place on your phone where you can pull that old deleted picture back up within 30 days. If you didn't know. I'm trying to put you on a little bit of phone technology, okay? I do not have no IT anything, so don't credit me, but I could tell you could definitely pull them pictures back up. I believe you could pull them text messages back up because he talking about he deleting them, but the police definitely had them and they posted the thread. Now what happened? After he shot the girl, he ran, of course, because what else you going to do? He ran and took off, got away. But because the store was so big, you can't just go in no Home Depot and be shooting at people. I think somebody else might have also got hit or something like that. But you can't be just going to no Home Depot and thinking nobody going to be looking for you. This wasn't over at the park, in the hood. This was at the Home Depot where white people be at. So because that's where they be at. You can't be over there making them so scared. So they looking for my mans. He ended up having to turn himself in. He just called and was like, hey, where do I need to show up at? Because I'm scared that y'all going to take me out. Because that was a fear of his. And they, he turns himself in. And I guess in talking to him, they decided that they needed to go through that phone. And once they went through that phone, they found the text thread. And now mama, she probably was at home. She probably made a statement at the store after he shot her. And then went home. Talking about something, I don't know where my son is. Now, I'm sure she didn't know where he ran to. But sis, you knew you told him to come up here and do it. Now she in the jail. 1st degree murder. Principal. I don't know what that means, but I read it and I was like, that don't sound good. Okay? 1st degree murder. From your child's baby. Now this baby don't got no mama nor no daddy. Nor no TT, because you in jail too. And the only person we done heard about is Nanny. And who know what's going on with her, because these two fools live at home with her. We don't know what she got up her sleeve. When I tell y'all, like, sometimes parents, I know that we want to stick beside our kids. For real, I do. I get it. I know. But some things just, and because she's that kind of person, I know I'm not talking. I hope that person ain't listening here. But if you are on here listening, let me just tell you, you're wrong and you're foul. And anybody who would tell their kid, grown or not, that, murdering somebody is their best bet, is a different kind of human. They said that the aliens is here, and I'm convinced that this mama must be one, because who do that? A lot of times we really do walk around thinking that because we are, y'all heard that saying that all skin folk ain't kin folk. We do have this thing where we believe that everybody was raised the same and everybody believes the same because we come from the same places. That's why I say all the time, common sense ain't common. Common sense ain't real, because common is common to what? Common to who? These people lived across the street from somebody, and I would hope that not the whole block was living like this. You don't never know. You don't never know where people are coming from, where they were raised, how they were raised, what their parents were, because, like they over there at the Home Depot. I want to believe that at the Home Depot, when they at work, Sheila, because I believe her name was Sheila just be in there working, cracking a couple jokes. She probably smoked cigarettes and, taking her little cigarette breaks. And, laughing or whatnot, sometimes getting on people's nerves. But I guarantee you, nobody was believing that she was texting her son, come up here and shoot the girl. Because when they in the job, she probably acting cool with her. She probably acting cool with her. She probably even in the beginning acted like she ain't know who that was. That did it. I don't know who it is. It's crazy. What happened? Next thing you know, she on the news with her son. 1st degree murder charge. And they going to jail. Both of them. Them text messages alone, they gonna have to hurry up and get them a plea. They're going to have to get them a plea. But this, y'all, I was very sad by this. I watched it. I read it and was just disgusted. Disgusted. This baby don't have no family. I don't know where this girl mama at. They didn't mention it in the stories that I read. So for me, this baby wasn't no family. Now this baby in foster care. Somebody, cousin, auntie got to try to step up and come raise this baby. And this baby got to forever know that my dad took out my mama and my grandma helped him do it. Like, come on. Talk about a book waiting to be written. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I'm sad. But y'all go ahead and look it up if you don't, not if you don't believe me. Because, it's too much stuff going on the internet for me to have to come on here and lie to y'all about stories, to be honest with you. But go ahead and check it out. I found it on Instagram, probably on the Shade Room. I don't want to plug them no more. Don't make me do it again. And then I looked the story up on the Googles. You know I love to do my Googles. You know I do. So you can check it out and read more about it if you want to. If you have an interesting story about your baby daddy or your baby mama, parents, not them, but their parents, email me at JusSayinpodcast@gmail.com because I'd love to hear some nonsense. I could tell y'all a story or two if y'all looking for one. I promise you I could. I probably should go on the internet and go live and tell one. Anyway, that's what's going on in Florida. What's going on in your city? Since we talking about baby daddies and whatnot, let me give y'all a message for this week. And the message is just that you can never go back to the person that you used to be with. Like, you can reconnect with an ex, but that person will not be the person that you think you want. Okay? But a lot of times when people are trying to go back to their ex, they want to go back to all the happiness and fun that they remember about their ex, especially what they remember in the beginning. But that person ain't there no more. The person you go back to is the person you broke up with. That's it. The person you go back to is the person you broke up with. And in the very beginning of y'all reconnecting, they going to definitely get you with the remember me, goodness. But very soon after, all of what you broke up with, all of the reason why you broke up is going to creep right back in because you want to know why. That's who they are. And unless there was a significant distance between you and them, since the breakup, and you all have had some conversations about some mental work that the two of you have done to not be the same people anymore, you're going right back to the same thing you didn't like when you broke up. Stop thinking you're going to get that person you first met. They not them. Y'all done had too many life experiences, too many arguments, too many, family moments and, sicknesses and illnesses and pandemics and whatnot that have changed the trajectory of your thought processes and your life to think that who you going to get when you first met is standing there. They not. You going to get who you broke up with. And if you didn't like the person you broke up with, what make you think that you like them now? Of course, I know they nice. They said they changed. They love you. They want to be back together. No. Now, let me tell you something profound that I heard that I'm going to suggest you do before you think about going back with an ex. Write down all the things that you really like about them. And then write down all the things that you don't like about them. Then out loud, look at yourself in the mirror and say the things that you don't like about them. And then tell yourself why you would be okay with getting back with that person. Look yourself in the eye, in the mirror, and tell yourself why you would be okay with getting back with the person who was doing the things you didn't like. Ask yourself, do you 100% believe that they will no longer do those things? before you get to jumping, because you remember how it felt when your body touched their body, or when you remember what it felt like, when you smelled their cologne, or you remember that one time when y'all was at the one place, and because them is one times. Do that first, okay? And if you still like, I don't care about none of them things, I still want to be with that person, then be with that person, but remember that that's the person you gonna get. You're not going to get what you want to have. You're going to get who they are. And remember that that's who you'll get. Then you won't be so upset with yourself when y'all start arguing about them being who they are. Still. Because that's them. Okay? That's the word for this week. You're not going to go back to who you got. You're going to go back to who you left. And if you're okay with that, so am I. As long as you're safe. Okay, so the summer is about to wind down. It's getting chilly. It's already starting to get chilly in my city, mostly in the morning. And we getting a lot of rain, but I'm in the northeast, and it don't stay summer long. My question is, what y'all got going on for the end of the summer? Like, how y'all wrapping up y'all summers? How y'all wrapping them up? School about to start. The kids about to go back in. I know some of y'all down south, y'all done already started. Because y'all start before the summer even decide to get frisky, okay? But what y'all doing to wrap up the summer? Because I need some summer events to go to before it gets super cold here. And who want to invite me somewhere? Y'all know the email. Send it in. Let me know what y'all doing for the end of the summer, because y'all put y'all cute stuff on. Like, if it's summer and y'all don't live in like those warmer cities, go head on and make sure y'all putting on them cute clothes though, and go to the grocery store. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm gonna just start putting on the rest of my cute summer stuff and going to the grocery store. Y'all know where I went to this time? I forgot to tell y'all. Okay, so I went to R&B Only, which is this like R&B party at the club. Like you just pay your ticket fee, go to the club, and they just play R&B music all night. It goes on for hours and hours and hours. I can't think of how that song goes, but you know what I'm talking about. It was such a good time. I put on a cute little short set. I posted on Instagram. I put on a cute little short set and was at this R&B live thing. I want my daughter. My daughter is 27 years old, so get out. So no, I didn't take no kids. She invited me because my kids like to hang out with me. Love it. And it was really nice. There were people of all ages there. There was the young 20s, and then there was, people in my age group, because I could tell. I seen y'all out there dancing, singing the songs. It was a good time. It was a nice vibe. I felt safe. Because a lot of times, like when I used to go to the clubs, I would just be like, look, where the exits at? Let me see. But this was not that kind of vibe for me. And so I loved it. It was young girls singing music with me. We just, anytime the song came on, that's where we was at with it. And it was a nice vibe. If you get a chance to go to one of those R&B onlys, go ahead on and go. Get you a half price ticket though, because the full price ticket is way too much to just stand around and sing to some songs. Nobody's performing. It's just a DJ. So, unless you can get a half price or a 75% off ticket, I wouldn't suggest going. But, sometimes people like to flex like that, or they got the money for it and I don't. So, I'm not living paycheck to many days anymore, because I used to live, honestly, and I made a video about this. Like, there really was a time in my life where I really just live like paycheck, which was on Friday, to like Saturday. Like, I was broke before the weekend even made an announcement. I don't live like that anymore, but I definitely also don't live, running these streets for real. I skip through the streets a little bit. I tiptoe. I remember the Flintstones used that. I tiptoes through the streets is where I'm at with it. But anyway, I went there. I had a great time. So, and I think I still have like 2 or 3 outfits that I have not worn that I wanted to wear for the summertime. I went to a winery as well, and that is already up on social media. That was so cute. I felt so pretty and so very summertime-ish. You know, I travel the streets with an imaginary friend, I believe. I guess that's the best that I could label them. They don't want to be known, and I don't know if they they don't want to be seen, and I don't know if they want to be known at any time. So, like, it's an imaginary friend. I'm out here with Caillou or something. I had a good time. I've never been to a winery, and this was my first time going. I've had a lot of firsts this year. And it's not even my birthday. My birthday is coming up, so we get ready to count down to some type of something. Because I always do something for my for my birthday, like a countdown type thing or a challenge thing for my birthday. So I'm still trying to figure that out. I got a couple more days. Don't worry about it. I'll announce it when I get there. But this has been a wonderful year of firsts, of trying new things. And I got a couple more things lined up. I'll let you know about them soon. But yes, if you still have your summertime clothes, put them things on and be cute not for no reason, but let the reason be because I felt like it. Because I felt like it. You walking your dog, get cute. Okay? Get cute and walk your dog. So what if you sweat in it a little bit? You wasn't going to wear it anyway. The summer almost over. Wash it. Okay? Wear it to the grocery store. You got to do grocery shopping. That's a good 35 minutes in the store. Wear your cute outfit. And when people see you at the grocery store and be like, girl, where you going? Say here. This is the mood that I'm in today. Here. Full face. Where you going? Right here. Probably going to hit the gas station at Taco Bell when I leave. Not Taco Bell. Okay? But, this is where I'll be. It's okay. You have a problem with that? People will be like, oh, girl, I know that's right. Put your clothes on. Girl, put your record on. Tell me your favorite song. Just go ahead, let your hair down. Okay, I think that's all I did was those 2 things. I went to the movies and I saw, I don't know, something about a mansion, haunted mansion, black mansion, something. It was cute. But other than that, yes, I had a wonderful time at the winery. I should put all of my pictures up. I'm going to do that. I'll put all my pictures up, but you can see me fuzzied out at the R&B only. And if y'all got stuff to do, do it. Like, take something off your summer bucket list. Wrap it on up with it. Wrap the summer up with something off your bucket list. Something that's attainable you could do. If you meant to read that book, you better come on. Read it on your breaks at work. Stop going on the internet. Just go ahead and read it now. I'm glad you're here with me. But after you stop listening to me, when you done with the whole episode, and then write a review. Y'all, are y'all writing reviews? Are y'all liking this? Are y'all subscribing, sending it to your friends? Today I got the best gift. Somebody that I used to go to church with back in the day sent me a message and told me that one of their friends listened to this podcast. So shout out to you, boo. Shout out to you, boo. Let me see if I can even find your name. I don't know how to y'all got me multitasking out here in these streets, but I want to shout you out because I really felt special today when they told me that Kiana. Hey, Kiana. Hello. How are you? Send your friend a message. If you heard this far, Kiana, send your friend a message and let me know that you heard me. And anybody else, I promise you, if you send me a review and if you go ahead on and review me on Apple, you could definitely review me. I believe on Spotify, you could also review me. If not, make sure you subscribing and sharing this, and send me an email if you want me to shout you out, because I will. Ask Kiana. Okay? Yes. Make sure y'all doing all of that, y'all, because I'm out here, I'm trying to speak to y'all. I'm also going to shout out Nikisha. Now, Nikisha, if you hear this, just give me a girl, I heard you. And I'm going to be happy. I'm going to just be like, you see? Okay? Because we know. So I need to shout them out this week. Those is the stars of the podcast this week. If y'all, I'll shout you out. You go ahead on and send me the message, because we out here in these streets. Anyway, I'm looking forward to this weekend. I think that I have some crafts to be done this weekend, and I'm gonna hopefully be able to post that if I get it done and it look nice. Okay, because if it don't look nice, y'all ain't gonna see it. But that'll be posted over there on Instagram. Believe it's itsmedanni with a Z, ITZ, me Danny, on Instagram. So if you looking for me, I'm over there taking pictures and stuff and whatnot. And then I'm also on TikTok. It's me Danny. That's a SITSMEDAN. Oh, I think it's 2 E's. It's me, Danny. Y'all look for me, okay? And that's where I'll be. So that's what I got going on. And again, I hope that you guys are having a lovely weekend, because that's what they for. Wear your clothes. Drink your water. We too old to not be drinking water. And this is coming from somebody who didn't want to drink water before. Drink your water. I drink water every day. Drink your water. Stay hydrated. Take a vitamin. A multivitamin. That's what you need in your life, for real. And stretch, y'all. Stretch. Y'all stretch, for real. I bought one of them things where you put your foot in it and then you could pull back to stretch your own self, which I need. Okay, and so anybody else can get one too. I'll post a picture of it so y'all know what I'm talking about. Not me stretching with it. Just the device, and anybody can see it. Y'all can tag under it. Tag under it, said I heard the pod. If you comment under it, if you see the picture on Instagram, I heard the pod. Okay, all right, y'all. That's all I got. I will see y'all next week, and let's do something good. If y'all got some good music out there, let me see y'all. Make sure y'all check out any new music by anybody that you like. I don't even know what that means, but that's what I'm ending with, okay? Y'all, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just here talking to y'all, my friends. How come I gotta always be perfect about it? Y'all be perfect with talking to y'all friends on the phone. Y'all just be like, all right, girl, I'm gonna call you back. Oh, that's what made the end of this. All right, girl, I'm gonna call you back.